Ooh, it works. Kind of feels like the Prius, but maybe it'll have less support. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is gonna pop off our quick release right here. Then we're gonna need to remove this boy because we need access to the center stem nut for the steering wheel. Basically, this is like covering the quick release mount. So I'll pop this off. I'm probably gonna time lapse this whole thing unless you guys want to watch the whole thing, which is very time consuming. This is actually quite easy to do. I've done this multiple times, so if I had to guess, this is probably my 10th time removing the steering column. I like to test things out, and no better way to test things out than doing it yourself, because I just don't like taking people's opinions as fact. So I always test my own. So take these boys. I do have a little meal prep container right here. I'm not sure if you guys remember, I always love using my meal prep containers as a bolt holder. Oh, this one's tight. There you go. I use these torque bolts and they're really freaking tight on there. So got that guy, and then we're gonna need a 19. So the center bolt right here is a 19, I think. Yeah, or the nut. Okay, we got my little buster right here in Milwaukee. Boom, there you go. This right here is from Works Bell, if you guys are curious. So what I like to do is I just put these guys back for now. Okay, and I'm just gonna put this right here. We just need it out of the way. So you see that? This is where the steering wheel attaches to. Your controls are all right here. We're gonna need to remove all this later, so no biggie. Next, we're gonna get our screwdriver. If I'm correct, yep. Screwdriver right here. And we're gonna remove the surround. Okay, so pop these guys off. These are just your regular Phillips. I think there's 4, but I could be wrong. Okay. Oh yeah, there's one right here, I think. Oh yeah, no, three. Okay. I think the AZ1's got 4. This one's got 3. So what happens when you have three active, I guess, project cars. Okay, and these, I mean, you can just pop them off. They come apart. There you go. Kind of pain in the butt. Sometimes you gotta fight them. Top and bottom comes off. Okay, and they kind of just click together. So don't be afraid to put some force into it. It's not gonna break. So there we go. This is your release to go up and down. And then next, I'm gonna get B-roll of this under the car because it's hard to see, but we're gonna need to remove this little bottom plate, right? So there's a screw right here. Okay, so we're just gonna take these guys off. One on this side. Okay. Once you guys do this, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, that's what OMG meant. And then you just pull this down. It pops right out. There you go. Same with this. There's a connector right here that you need to detach. I have no idea what this is for, actually. There's a little module right here that God knows I have no idea what it does. See that little module thing? Yeah, no clue what it does. I'm just gonna put this under the car for now. And then now we have access to the bottom. So I was saying you need to remove the screw here, screw right there, and you can take off the center panel. And then we're gonna need to remove that joint. See that joint right there? I'm not sure if you guys can see that all the way back there. That little U-joint, we need to disconnect that. And then bolts up here. 1, it's hard to see. 1, 2, and then 3 right here. This guy. And then after that, there are 2 bolts. 1 right there, Not sure if you can see that. That guy right there, and then the opposite side. Yes, it's kind of hard to see, but once you have everything noted the first time, it's pretty simple. So that guy right there, this whole thing drops. That's pretty much it. This is actually quite easy to do. So we got these guys. These guys. And then, well, that's loose. I'm gonna disconnect the connectors and the harnesses. Get them out of the way for now. This is for the lights and the signals and the airbag, if you still have airbag, and the ignition starter and all that jazz. That goes to the little controller right here. Combination switch and the clock spring. There's so many names for a lot of these stuff. Okay, here we go. It's ready to go. This might fall on my face. Surprisingly, this thing is not that heavy, but still awkward, so it could still drop in your face if you're not careful. Okay. Oh, there we go. And then I gotta pull the bolt off. And we're free, baby. Well, that's it. Don't be scared to do this yourself. Got it off in what? However long this video is.